here at Resourcing Tomorrow with Simon Taylor, the MD of Stellar Resources. Simon, nice to meet you.
Yep.
How are things?
Yeah, good. Yeah, very good. Had a good few days. Yeah. We've been came from Australia on Tuesday. We're here for the conference, and we're also here for another conference, a tin conference tomorrow. So it's good exposure for us being a tin company.
Yeah. Well, okay. What's the tin conference?
It's the ITA put on a London tin day, and that's 4 or 5 tin companies presenting and some industry.
Oh, that's nice. Well, tin, that's great because tin's obviously doing pretty well, isn't it, recently?
Yeah, I mean, the tin price is fantastic at the moment. It just nudged $40,000 US a tonne last night, and looks good going forward on demand and supply. So good time to be in tin.
Yeah. Before we talk about the company, just give me a sense. Is it your first time here?
We were here last year.
Right. So just give me a sense of the vibe generally, and also sort of meetings you've been having.
Yeah, no, the vibe's good. We last year was our first year here, and we'd only just been in the company for a year. It was a new company that we'd stepped into, the new board of management. So this year we're following up on some of those meetings we had last year. But the vibe for tin is really, really good. I have to say there's a lot more institution here rather than retail, which in Australia it varies as well. But the overall vibe has been positive for the resources sector.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've been doing it a few years, and I came back from Zurich a few weeks ago from the Swiss Mining Institute, and again I got a very good sort of vibe about the sector generally. Everyone's talking gold, copper, silver, uranium, but tin is sort of the underdog, I suppose, isn't it? But it's doing incredibly well. Yeah, and the demand is only increasing, and there's not many suppliers globally.
Yeah, I think that's the key. Is the supply is not there. It's 36% of the world's tin comes from Indonesia, Myanmar, and others, and there's been unrest, or there's in the Congo. We've had supply disruptions, so there just doesn't seem to be a big supply to hit the market. Where we are, we're in Tasmania, which is obviously a stable Tier 1 jurisdiction, and already we're getting offers for people wanting to talk about offtake as we move forward.
So tell us about the project then. What are the key highlights and what stage is it at?
Yeah, look, the key is it's the highest grade underdeveloped project in Australia. It's 1% tin. It'll be an underground mine. It's located in one of the great tin provinces in Australia, let alone the world. It's 15 kilometres down the road from the Renison Bell tin mine, which has been operating since 1968. Same geology. What stage we're at now is we're into pre-feasibility work. We'll have a pre-feas out in the first half of next year. We've got 3 drill rigs going. We're in a great position that we have plenty of cash on the books at the moment. We've got $14 million in the bank, which will allow us to finish the PFS and also go through on starting our DFS.
Right.
And we've got some great shareholders and institutional backing coming in the last 12 to 24 months.
Okay, good. So you 1% tin, do you have a resource at the moment, or
Yeah, we've got about 80,000 tonnes of contained tin, of which half of that will be indicated and half of is inferred. And part of the PFS drilling is to move a fair amount of that inferred material to the indicated.
Excellent. Okay. So the PFS, how long will that take to complete?
We will have that out first half of next year.
First half of next year. Okay. Good. And that's when you really get your first bite, if you like, of the economics, right? Yeah,
we have done a scoping study already. I've been involved for 2 years. We changed the board 2 years ago. I brought in the team that worked with us previously in another company where we were exploring for gold in Africa, which was taken over. So we brought in that management team, and part of the work early on was to re-look at a scoping study they'd done in 2019. What had changed in the capex and opex? So we have got some numbers out on that. Capex is manageable. The all-in sustaining cost to produce a tonne of tin from that work was around $18,500 US a tonne, and with tin at $40,000 a tonne today, those numbers look pretty good. And it gave us confidence to move forward into the PFS.
Yeah, okay. And the capex, you'll get more detail on that in the PFS and subsequent DFS, but you think it's...
the capex was up. The scoping study was on a much smaller scale project, 350,000 tonnes per annum. We're going to double that production rate.
Right.
So effectively the capex for that smaller scale was about 70 Aussie.
Okay.
So double that.
Right.
Not 140. We don't have a firm figure yet.
Sure.
It'll be. It's not a huge capex for us. So things are looking good.
Okay, good. So you're you're not on the exploration stage. You're on that kind of early development stage, aren't you? Is that fair to say? I think.
Yeah, very much so. So we're very focused on getting the PFS out.
Yeah.
Once the PFS is out, we'll then start looking at some brownfield sites around the deposit, and also we've got 2 other tin projects nearby. So we've got a cluster of projects, and both of those projects, one's very early stage, but has 6% tin in streams, no drilling, and the other project has some early stage drilling with up to 6% tin.
So after the PFS, you'd be looking to just prove up some more resources in the ground with these other areas?
We'll look at proving up more around the actual Heemskirk project, which is the main project, but we'll be putting a bit of money into some of the other ones as well.
Right, okay, so looking to see a bit more scale.
Potential pipeline.
Okay. And where's the sort of route to market? Have you got any, where would the tin go? Would it stay in Australia or was it?
No, well, there's no tin smelters in Australia, and the product will produce a concentrate.
Right.
That'll be trucked to Burnie, which is 150 kilometres away to the port. And then it'll end up in smelters from there. So we've already had angles from mainly Asia. We've also had some interest from the US, where they're looking at. They don't have any tin mines, and they're looking to potentially put some smelters in there. So China, Malaysia, Japan have also shown interest in the project. So there's lots of options for us moving forward.
And the demand outlook is quite positive, isn't it? Even though it's quite simple, it's mostly using solder, I understand.
50% of tin goes into solder.
Yeah.
So it's the glue that holds the wires together in everything electrical. The demand's not huge at the moment, but the supply is shrinking. So as soon as demand takes off again, you're going to see.
And what drives demand? Are we talking the AI data centres for
electrification? Everything, all the data centres.
Solar.
So everything that needs to be electrified or going forward needs copper and needs tin.
Okay. And what's your market cap roughly?
About $70 million.
70 million, okay. Okay.
With 14 million in cash.
Yeah, with 14 in cash, okay, good. So really the next immediate sort of steps is that PFS. It's all hands to get that PFS done, and that'll be the first half of next year.
Yeah.
So post that then, is it straight into DFS?
Yes.
Or straight into DFS, right, okay.
Straight into DFS. So news flow wise, we'll have, before the PFS, we'll have more drilling results, metallurgical results. Interestingly, we're also looking at potentially using infrastructure close to the project. There's two existing mines that are not in operation that have infrastructure we could potentially use, and that could fast track our timeline to development.
Okay, so infrastructure to actually put to process the.
Yeah, there's a mine there which is in care and maintenance, which was called the Avery nickel mine. Okay. That could be potentially retrofitted for tin. Okay. And we've signed an MOU with them, and we're doing some DD on that. Okay. So there's an avenue to do that, or to build a standalone, and that's what we're working through in the studies.
Okay. Good. Maybe it's a little bit too early to sort of say, but do you plan to take it all the way?
We'll take it all the way through. Yeah. It'll be a mine, and whether we build it or someone else comes in and consolidates, or we've had a bit of corporate activity as well, so corporate interest. So it's an exciting time.
Well, it's good to hear you say it will be a mine. It depends who actually owns and operates it. But okay, no, that's good. The sense I'm getting from a lot of the fund managers I'm talking to, there is a lot of cash sort of around profit taking from the recent sort of run up in the commodity sector, but they're now starting to look at that next level down. So they're now looking at the developers, and that's the sort of people who are companies that are going into that DFS or mine build. So they're not quite down at the real exploration level yet, but it's nice to see them come down a level. So that's pretty much where you're sitting, which is great, really.
Yeah, and we recently did a capital raising. We raised $9.5 million about 3 weeks ago.
So lots of interest.
And so good interest,
Good. Excellent.
Some good institutions came on and registered in.
Excellent. Good. Just finally then, if you were to make the key highlights or the investment case for retail people who are perhaps considering, why would they consider tin and why Stella?
Well, if you want exposure to tin, there's not many companies you can invest in. It's the highest grade undeveloped tin project in Australia, third highest globally, and grades, as you know, very important. The tin price is doing well. We've got a great management team, and we've got plenty of cash in the bank to get the studies done. So it's a great time to be looking at the project.
Well, Simon Taylor, MD, thank you very much for your time.
Great, thank you.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programmes at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.